Got Pisces next. Pisces, the fishies next. Gotta pivot. It's okay to pivot too. I think it's interesting. Sagittarius are coming out of a lot of second house Capricorn energy where they were attached, and now it's just a lot of freedom energy and move about the cabin. All right, Pisces, let's see what's going on with you this week. We are going to go a little vampirous on you. We're gonna go a little vampirous. I love this. This is my favorite, one of my favorite decks besides the Golden Tarot, of course. I love the vampirous deck. I gotta say, I do love this. The Vampiro. What?
The Vampiro. I come to suck your blood.
Oh yes, I like a good vampire. Kind of, you know. What can I say?
Little Deacon Frost.
In my younger years, when I used to look young, you know, people would say, "Oh man, you can do those like Twilight movies and all that shit." And I was just like, I don't know, not into that. I think Twilight's lame vampire stuff. I know that my niece is gonna kill me. Oh. Well, we got the Seven of Pentacles in reversed, so we're going to go into that. It's not the worst card, actually. We got the Emperor as your challenge. Your overall that you got here is well, you did get the Knight of Cups upright as your overall, and your way to get through this is the Tower. Wow, you got the Tower and the Emperor. Well, Seven of Pentacles is definitely... stop putting energy, Pisces, into where you're not getting the investment back. It's like putting a lot of energy in and not getting anything back. I mean, you got to make an assessment of how much energy you've really put in. So maybe you haven't put in enough, and then you've been saying, well, there's no investment there. But it's like, have you really put in enough? Or somebody's not showing up and putting enough. Somebody that you've been putting a lot of energy into, and they've been saying they've been putting a lot of energy, it's not panning out. Or you're not putting energy if you're single, because there are some Pisces out there that are single, and haven't probably even been on a date in 1,000 years. So yeah, it's time to, make the investment, right? But also this is pulling out of investments that have been a lot of work and nothing that was worth it, or they're not seeing the value in you. Especially that Emperor as the challenge. It is defining the powerful love position that you want to have, or feeling that can be complete. I would say that with this, this Knight of Cups, it's time for you to move on emotionally to where you really want to go. And that's your challenge, is well, where do you want to go? You know where you want to go, but the challenge is that you're too afraid to tower situations that are not even worthy of that energy, because that Seven of Pentacles there with that Tower card, I got a feeling that it's you're afraid to destroy an investment that's not worthy anymore, to move on to new energy and take the power back in your life, and take the power of moving forward into emotional positions that are powerful. Because I feel like you're dealing with some very weak energy, and you're trying to find power out of something that doesn't have it. So I don't think this Tower is actually a bad thing. The Tower is taking the Tower back in your life, and taking, authority back in your life too. I got a feeling that you're also dealing with somebody who is very authoritarian. Just going to say it. They're very controlling. The Emperor and Tower card, I got a feeling like that, where I think that you're looking for more of an emotional position to move slowly forward with and get through life together with, and somebody also that wants to put that investment in. Your overall card that you pulled is the Sag card. Oh, wait, we haven't even gone into that, but I'll just throw that in there with that. There it is. It's time for you to open up and see a new story. Maybe you've only checked out the first page of a story and you haven't really put the investment into that yet. Why did this Seven of Pentacles come up? Eight of Cups reversed. You're too afraid to walk away. It's the card of walking away. I mean, too afraid to put everything in the trash can in the outhouse and just close the door and flush it down the toilet. But you seem to be addicted to staying in the situation with somebody, or some situation where you're putting all this effort in, you don't even want to be there, and you're not getting the investment back, but you're having problems emotionally walking away. You're too afraid to go see something different. And the reason why you got the Knight of Cups forward is the Eight of Wands. Look at that. Eight of Cups is leaving, and Eight of Wands is going into the exciting happiness and the arrows of love. to a better emotional situation. And look at this. You pulled the Sag card of good luck when you do that. Go to where you really want to go. You have the power, Pisces. Come on. You gotta explore though. You gotta see. You can't stay in the same energy all the time and expect something different and not let go of that and be more open, be more carefree. Don't be, be more open with the energy that is willing to invest, of course, because maybe you were open and carefree to some really bad energy. Why'd you get this Sag card here? What's going on here? Nature spirits. Well, yeah, I think that I look at it more like natural spirit, like I think that you're dealing with people that are not energetically natural. Like it just doesn't feel like they're natural souls. I don't think they know what their soul is. They don't even maybe do soul work. They act the part, but they're not natural. They don't know what they're doing. And it's time to go adventure into energies that it just feels natural the way that things work. It doesn't feel like it's this big show and dance. I feel like you're kind of dealing with more showy energy instead of just, wow, we just feel like we have a true emotional deep connection. And I think that that's a big part of it. Your shadow that you're dealing with all around, whether it's in yourself or somebody else, and you'll see combination in all of it. Is sacrifice. Yeah, it's time for you to sacrifice the bad stuff, or you've been making a sacrifice for unnatural things and not seeing the right story that is righteous to the beautiful story that you could have. You got the arrows of love as your overall. It's time for you to move on emotionally to better waters, to where real love is, and leave this really poor investment that was made, but you learned a lot and you can sacrifice that while not sacrificing the lessons that you did learn. You did pull Libra, Neptune in the 12th house. We'll talk about letting go of the delusion of relationship energies, whether that's you feeling like that you have certain relationship judgments, or at the same token, it also is the deception that you've put in yourself about a relationship. You're becoming aware of it and needing to subconsciously become aware of it, or suffer the consequences of being delusional about it and kind of getting into kind of very sensitive and especially with all this 12th house energy, oversensitive alignments that could be very sensitive and hard to deal with.
I feel like there's an aspect of maybe even sacrificing yourself. You've been sacrificing your happiness or what your really wants and desires are. And I think that's no longer going to be suitable for you. It's not going to be suitable in the long run if you continue to suppress. So I think that it's really about using that force behind you. Using the energy of the ocean, we'll say, use the tides as they flow in. There is constant strength behind it. And yes, it may be slow and steady at times, but there is that constant flow and that constant progression. And I think that it's capable if you actually delve fully into it. If you actually allow yourself to fully experience that life force, it's going to be attainable. It's right there for you.